Hello, it's sometime in June. Let's see. June 2nd, 2024. Um it's been especially today has been odd because I felt really sick on Wednesday. And on Thursday I was recovering. Friday and Saturday I felt amazing. Like I've always felt like I could do anything. I had some muscle soreness last night, but I think that has a lot to do with perhaps I'm over exercising a little bit. Um, I want to get all of my things in every day, but I'm not respecting the cirrhosis, and so I'm getting hit with a lot of fatigue. So I smoke weed to feel better. I vape weed to feel better, or I'll have some edibles, but that will put me to sleep. Um, and then I just sit there and I'll watch YouTube. Um, thing we're in an age where everything that we need, or not everything we need, all the things that we want to watch, read, listen to, are pretty much available all the time, um, without having to wait between streaming and stuff like Spotify and and like Audible. There's all the things. It's all available to you. There's lots of lending services for books. There's pirate sites if that's the way people want to go. There's just we are bombarded with constant media all the time, and it's great. The problem is, I have always been sort of a completionist. Like, if I like Tim Curry, I need to see all of Tim Curry's movies, including the little tiny ones from early in his career that no one's seen in 50 years, And you don't have to do that anymore because although not every movie is available to be seen, likely it will be at some point. And there's plenty of other things to watch. It's a phenomenon where I'll browse Netflix and I'll never choose anything because there's so much to choose from that it's hard. And so it is with like my music collection, my book collection. I wanted today to be just a day where I sat here in my room or even in the living room, but the bulk of my music collection's here. I don't have CDs anymore. I ripped all of my CDs. So it's a huge collection. I used to trade bootlegs and stuff through the mail like in the 90s, so there's a bunch of irreplaceable stuff in there too. So, I wanted to sit and listen to my music and read. And I've basically just been drifting around online, reading through. I get newsletters on one of my email addresses, and on the other email address I get lots of news stories. So I've been, got a backlog on those. Liver disease people on YouTube I'm watching. It's just there's so much to do and so much to experience that, like, it's hard to make plans. Like, I could also play video games. I have Crash Bandicoot series, and I used to love to play Crash Bandicoot Warped. It was one of my favorite games, that and Resident Evil series. Although Resident Evil 2 was my favorite. I have played games after PS1, but that was my glory time. And I do like the remake of Resident Evil 2. It's really good. It improves on the original. All the Resident Evil remakes were great. But so it's been a day where I've been wanting to relax, but I don't find myself relaxing. And I feel fine, and then I feel fatigued, and then I feel sore, and then I feel fine, and then I feel super dizzy, and it's just... I've been working very hard. I've been stressed out about things in my life. I think it's just been a very emotionally taxing few weeks even. And have to figure out how to deal with it. I have to figure out how to deal with stress and illness. I mean, that's all there is to it. There's no magic wand to fix it. I just have to figure out how to deal with stress in a way that doesn't make me feel sick sporadically. So, and also I don't have to rely so much on external things like marijuana, because one, that's pricey, and two, I shouldn't need anything for a crutch. Crutches are a weakness, and I'm going to have plenty of those in the future. Why impose them on myself now? So that is where I'm going to be going for the next little while. Trying to... part of what I do when I go up on the roof during my lunch is sort of like it's meant to be a stress reliever. And it is. It does. I don't really go on the weekends. I kind of want to draw in and be by myself. I feel like my weekends are like my reward for a week. And what I want to do with that is not be around people. I mean, I've always been that way. I've always, when I was a child, it was from necessity because I wasn't wanted. And as an adult, it's just how I'm used to healing. Like, I think of my room as my cocoon. And I come in here for a variety of reasons. I come in here to heal. I come in here to improve my mood. I come in here to do, the work on myself. I always have. My room is my sanctuary. I don't like people coming into my room. So if someone is allowed in here, that's a big deal. Because this has always been my sanctuary. My parents' house, it was especially so. And when I took care of my grandma, I mean, outside of my room was Alzheimer's, so... it's just how it's been. It's habits of a lifetime. I just have to figure out ways to use those habits of a lifetime to better help me now, when my whole life is in flux. But other than being glutened earlier in the week, I've actually been feeling fine. My jaundice, it hasn't really been on my face. It's been a little bit in my eyes, sort of towards the, to the sides. When I look in the mirror, although the filters in here wouldn't let you see it, and I think it's mostly cleared up. But I had it a lot on my arms and on my torso. My torso cleared up, and I still had it on my arms, and I've been looking at it in the sunlight, and it's clearing up very nicely, which makes me think, knocking all the wood, that the bilirubin might be going down. And if the bilirubin goes down, I won't need a transplant anytime soon, because that is the only reason I'm on that list. I don't mind being on the list. I just want to move down in importance rather than up. That's all. Being on the list is fine. I'm never going to get offers for a liver if my MELD score stays. 17 is as high as I ever want it to go. I only want it to go down from here. I need to hold on till stem cell or CRISPR therapies are possible and cheap enough for normal humans. So they're working on it. They're working on celiac. They're working on cirrhosis. I just have to hold on and stay good as long as possible. And the fact that I'm still not losing weight and that my jaundice is clearing up is positive. Okay, well, I will come back at some other time. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you later.